Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Betsy and I make makeup and beauty history videos. And if this is the first video of mine that you're watching, then I will leave a playlist of every single time period that I've done so far in the description for you. I explained in my everyday makeup routine that I posted the situation with the background and the new hair, so go watch that if you want to know. It's a boring explanation though, so you don't have to. But if you love makeup or you love history, or if like me you love both combined, then please subscribe so you don't miss where we travel to next. Today we are travelling to the Etruscan civilization, as one of my last videos was on ancient Minoan and Mycenaean makeup trends, which were both civilizations in ancient Greece, so I thought it was only fair to do a civilization in ancient Italy. Actually, while I was trying to research for this video, I found a really good video from someone, Kohl, Kenzie Scarlett. She has done this video already. Just wanted to credit her really quick. But if you are into makeup history and things like that, then she is another really good YouTuber to watch. I found her video really interesting. Also, just putting out my usual disclaimer, I am not an expert. I do these videos purely for fun, so there may be some things that I do say that are slightly incorrect. Please feel free to correct me if they are, as long as we all keep our comments nice and pleasant to each other. If I catch an attitude in my comment section, I'm just going to delete it, because I can't be arsed dealing with people's attitudes. Okay, and obviously I can't get every single one of these looks that I do to be as absolutely historically accurate as I would like to with my modern products, but if you would like a little visual representation of what Etruscan women's makeup may have looked like, then please keep watching. The Etruscan civilization inhabited Etruria from the 8th century BC to around 90 BCE, and is what we would now think of as modern day Tuscany, Umbria and northern Lazio. They were skilled artisans and architects, known for their bronze work and elaborate painted tombs, which allow a little bit of insight into their daily lives, including their cosmetics. The Etruscan women were highly advanced when it came to makeup skills, and actually the makeup that they were wearing probably didn't actually look too dissimilar from the makeup that people wear today. The beauty standards in the Etruscan civilization as well was to have a very, very fit, athletic build for both men and women, so they took their beauty and their self-care routines very, very seriously. Both men and women used scented oils to moisturize their skin. This practice, which also included adding perfumes, was recorded from at least the 7th century BCE. Wealthy Etruscan women also made face masks from ingredients such as barley flour, lentils and daffodil bulbs. Usually I try and make the face masks that they used at the time, but I'm celiac, I cannot put barley on my face, and I don't just have daffodil bulbs lying around in the house, so pardon that one. However, the Etruscans were also known to apply olive oil to their faces and their bodies. Therefore, for my moisturiser today, I used my Egyptian magic cream because the main ingredient in it is olive oil. And after anointing their skin, they would scrape this oil off with a tool called a strigil to make their skin shine. Actually not too dissimilar from a modern day gua sha. As early as the Etruscan period, thermal mud masks were also used. Mineral-rich thermal mud combined with spring water and plant infusions was used for face and body treatments. Again, not too dissimilar from a modern day mud or clay mask. And they also used creams resembling modern foundations to perfect their skin. Now, the evidence for them lightening their skin with this foundation isn't actually particularly clear. However, in most time periods up until this point, including in ancient Rome and the general Italian population at the time, pale skin was the beauty standard because it meant that you were rich enough to sit inside leisurely all day and not have a labour-intensive job out in the sun. So it's a fairly safe assumption that this was the same in the Etruscan period. However, I didn't want to make myself look too pale just in case this wasn't the case. There is, however, evidence that they did use face makeup and powders made from a variety of natural ingredients, mainly clay, ochre earth and talc, mixed with calendula-infused olive oil or vegetable fat to make it spreadable, and a powder made from ground farro was also used on top of this mixture to set it. But this mixture probably wasn't as opaque as a modern foundation. Instead, it was to apply a bright luminescent look to the skin. So I decided today to use a foundation but mix it with a liquid illuminator to slightly give this effect and sheer out the foundation slightly. And I powdered over it with a translucent powder to hopefully give the effect of the farro powder that they would have used, to hopefully replicate this finish as best as I physically can, again with my modern products. Eyeshadow was big to the Etruscans, okay? And they had a variety of different colourful options available, a lot more than other time periods at this this time. Once again made from a variety of natural ingredients, mainly lapis lazuli or malachite powder, crushed rose petals, saffron, and again coloured ochre. Usually once again mixed with vegetable fat to be applied. I decided to do the like ashy pink for the rose petal colour and a bit of yellow to replicate the saffron that they would have used today. I think they probably would have just stuck to one colour, but I wanted to do both, so yeah. Because I've done blue and green on this channel so many times before, because so many other civilizations used it at this point, and it's been done on this channel before, so it's actually really nice to have a different colour option for the eyes. Keeping it a bit spicy on this channel, you know? But while yes, lapis lazuli and malachite powder were both highly toxic minerals, the reason that they were used so heavily in the ancient world is because they also have protective properties to them, and they help to prevent the eyes from getting infections. I know that's a really backward statement, they were toxic but they stopped your eyes from getting infections, but it's true. And like most other ancient civilizations, the ancient Etruscans used coal, charcoal or lamp black, aka soot, to line their eyes and also fill in their eyebrows, depending on which material they could afford, and again mixed with a bit more of this fatty binder to apply. Coal is a substance typically made from grinding galena, aka lead sulfite, and this mixture again was not just for aesthetic reasons. Again, like most other ancient civilizations, they used coal, again because of its protective properties, and has been shown to protect the eyes from the sun, sand, and infections once again. Eyeliner back then was not just for aesthetic purposes, it was practical and slightly medicinal as well, which is again why a lot of ancient civilizations did wear black eyeliner. And in a lot of texts it was described as being almond shaped, so that's why I've gone with that kind of shape today. I did also add some mascara today because to the general ancient Roman / Italian population, they believed that eyelashes fell out due to excessive sex. So it was important for women to have thick and long eyelashes to prove their chastity, especially young and married ones. Don't know if that goes for the Etruscans as well, but I'm going to assume that's why I added a little bit of mascara today, so yeah. Blusher in the Etruscan period was applied specifically in a circle shape in the direct centre of the cheek. However, what they used for this specifically isn't fully clear. However, it's safe to assume that they used either red ochre, because they used a lot of ochre in their makeup, or with the same substance that they used on the lip. Speaking of, we have fairly conclusive evidence that the ancient Etruscans painted their lips bright red, created with a powder or a paste called Milton, or by using mulberry extract. And occasionally fig leaves were also used as a base for the lip colour. And the Etruscans used perfumes too. Scented oils were used for skin and fragrance, made from a fatty base infused with spices, flowers, and herb. These natural cosmetics were often stored in small, often decorative containers made from wood, ivory or bronze, and sometimes found in cylindrical cases called kistas, which translates to beauty cases. They had their own makeup bag. And it's worth mentioning as well that to the, again, general ancient Roman / Italian population at the time, eyebrows, especially thick ones that occasionally met in the middle, were a symbol of true elegance and beauty and intelligence as well. So I over-exaggerated my own eyebrows for this video specifically, but thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Sorry if this is a slightly shorter video than normal. There isn't loads and loads known about the Etruscan civilization. Well, there is. Their makeup products specifically, I should say. So that's all I can really talk about in this video, but I really hope you enjoyed watching. I really enjoyed filming it. I didn't actually know a lot about the Etruscans before researching it for this video, and yeah, found it really fun. Hope you did too. I love the eyeshadow. I love that they used like different makeup to a lot of other civilizations at the time. They had their own like very unique style, which is cool. But once again, I will leave a playlist of every single time period I've done so far in the description for you, including ancient Roman makeup. If you liked learning about the Etruscans, you might also enjoy learning about the ancient Romans as well, so I'll leave that in there. Shameless little plug. Please subscribe as well so you don't miss where we travel to next. I did a video on ancient Persia, so I am thinking that I might do 19th century Persia in my next video, because again, the beauty standards were a little bit different to what they are today, and I think that would actually be a really fun video to do, so I am thinking about doing that next. So if you want to see that, then please subscribe. Oh, before I forget as well, thank you to Kenzie Scala, because again, that's where I got a lot of my information from, and she has done this video already. So I don't want her to think I'm like stealing her video. Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in my next video as well.